Hello everyone. This video is in the continuation to my previous video. In that video, we have discussed the hash table approach to find out if the given two strings are anagrams. We have already discussed about the concept in detail. So we will be writing a code in this video. Before that, let's take a quick look on the steps that we are going to follow. So these are the two steps that we are going to follow. I have already discussed about them in detail in my previous video. If you haven't watched that video, please go ahead and watch it. I have provided the link below in the description box. And now go to an IDE and write the code. Okay, here we are. I've already created a class called Anagram, and a function is Anagram because the purpose of this function would be to find out whether the given strings are anagram. Let's start writing the function. Before that, let's change this void to boolean so that our function can return true or false depending upon whether the given strings are an anagram. Let's get started with comparing the lengths of both the strings. So we write a if condition and check the length. If they are not equal, we return false, as the strings with unequal lengths cannot be anagram. Now let's start with those two steps that we have discussed before. The first step is to populate the hash map by iterating over the first string. For that, we would use the for loop, usual int I 0, and I should be less than length, and I plus plus. Oh, we forgot to create the hash map objects. Let's do it before starting the loop. And in a hash map, the key will be holding the characters, so it is of character type, and value will be holding the number of occurrences of that character. That's why it is of integer type. So let's go inside the loop and retrieve the current character. Let's name it key and caret at I. And now in order to check whether the character is present in the map, we will retrieve its value. Map.get object key, and if value is null, that means character is not present in the map, so we assign 1 to the value. Else, that is, if value is not null, it means that the character is already present in the map, so we increment its value. Now we enter the key and value in the map. Map.put key and value. So we are done with populating the hash map with the first string. Now we follow the second step. The second step is to iterate the second string and check if the characters from the second string are present in the hash map. And now the loop to iterate the second string. So we use a for loop, and let's retrieve the current character and name it as key2 s2.caret at index j. And now, in order to check whether this character is present in the map, let's retrieve the value corresponding to this character. Integer value 2 map.get. So now we check if this value is null or not null. So if value 2 is equal to null, it means the character is not present in the map, and hence we return false. And if it is not null, let's check if it is equal to 1. If it is equal to 1, it means the character is present in the map with the occurrence 1, and hence we remove its entry from the hash map. Map.remove key2. Else, that is, value is greater than 1, so we decrement the value by 1 and enter in the map. So key is key2 and value is value 2 minus 1. Okay, now we close the loop and we come out of the loop, and we would check if map is empty, as if all the characters from the second string are present in the map with equal number of occurrences, map should be empty. So let's check for it. If map is empty, if map dot is empty, return true. And if this is not the case, we return false. That is, all the characters from the second string are not present in the map, and hence the two given strings are not anagrams. We can do the empty map check in one line of code by returning directly map is empty, as it returns boolean. Let's call this method class name anagram, method name is anagram. Let's pass two string parameters. Start with a positive case first. Silent. As this method returns boolean, so let's wrap it in a if block and print some simple statements. If this is true, then we can print that given strings are anagram. Else, print the statements that given strings are not anagrams. Let's try running this program. Command S and run. And we get the expected result as yes, given strings are anagrams. Let's try with one negative case. Let's make it list and let. So let's see. Let's run this. And we get the expected result as no, given strings are not anagrams. So we see that our code runs fine. However, we are not handling the edge cases yet. What if the given strings are empty or null? Let's handle those cases. So there could be two scenarios. Either both the strings could be null or both the strings could be empty. So this is that case. Here S1 and S2 both are null, or S1 or S2 both are empty. In that case, we will return true, as both the strings would be same. Or we could have different scenarios where either of the strings could be null or empty. In this case, we will return false, as strings are not same. So let's try running with the empty string cases. Let's make it empty. Command S and let's run it. And we get the expected result as yes, given strings are anagrams because both the strings are empty. Let's try one negative case. Let's just write something. Command S, and one string is empty, one string is not, so given strings are not anagrams. Let's handle one more thing before we say bye-bye to this program. And this is last, I promise. What if the given strings have same characters, but they have spaces? And what if the given strings have same characters, but the first string has uppercase letters and the second string might have lowercase letters? So let's call it pre-processing of strings. So before starting populating the hash map and comparing the characters. And this is the code for that. We are using very simple method replace all to remove the spaces, and two lowercase method to convert all the characters of a string to lowercase. So let's try running it with few more cases. I've already copied and pasted those examples. So we have one example with uppercase letter and other example with space. Okay, command S and run. And we get the expected results. Yes, given strings are anagrams. Yes, given strings are anagram. Okay, so finally we are with the program. Let's discuss about its time complexity now. So as we see that we are using two for loops here. One is to populate the hash map and other for loop is to compare the characters of the second string with the hash map. So they are independent, hence they both individually contribute order n to the time complexity, and all the operations of the hash map are order 1. So the total complexity is order n plus order n, and we can say that the time complexity for this program is order n. Okay, so we are done with this video. Let me know if you have any other doubts in this program or with the time complexity in the comment section below. Till then, happy coding and keep smiling.